Hello everyone and welcome. This is Dawn and I'm back with another video for you. Today I'll be using the Whimsy Stamp Slimline Twisty Frame die. This is a 9-piece die set. You get this big twisty frame that measures 8.5 by 3¼ inches, and the sides are all cut out with these notches. You get this long die for the sides so you can have a different color show underneath the frame, and you get the shorter die for the shorter sides. And then you get this one that has 4 big solid circles, and this one that has 4 little solid circles. You get this one that has hearts that cut out of the middle, and then you have one that cuts stars out of the middle. And then this one has some cute candy canes that cut out of the middle circle, and the last one has exclamation points and question marks. So let's get started. First I'm going to cut out the big frame from some orange cardstock, and I also die cut 2 of the long dies and 2 of the short dies from some black cardstock. I also cut out 4 of the small solid circles from black cardstock as well, and then I glue the 2 long black strips and the 2 shorter black strips to the back of the orange cardstock frame. I set that aside, and then I take a piece of white cardstock cut to 8.5 by 3¼ inches, and using some Distress Oxide spiced marmalade and a blending brush, I ink blend all around the edges of the cardstock. Then I take some Distress Oxide black soot and I go all around the edges of the cardstock, and I just go very lightly over the spiced marmalade. But then after I did that, I decided I wanted the background a little more orange than it was, so I go over it again with the spiced marmalade. When I finish the background, I glue the little black dots on all the corners of the twisty frame. I use the pumpkins from the Whimsy Stamps FaDoodle's fall stamp set, and then I use the panda with the pumpkin around its neck from the Whimsy Stamps Pumpkin Spice Panda set. And I stamp my images with a Copic friendly black ink, and then I cut them out using my brother's scan and cut machine. Once my images are cut out, I did a little testing of what colors I liked, and I colored the pumpkins in using Copic markers YR04, and that's a chrome orange, and then bring in some YR07 to give the pumpkins a little shading. I colored the stems in using E37 Sepia. I decided that I wanted to cut the pumpkins out to make individual pumpkins rather than a long row of pumpkins. They were pretty easy to fussy cut with a pair of scissors. I color in the panda using Copic marker C7 Cool Gray for around the ears and along the edge of the panda's body. Then I come in with a little C5 Cool Gray to blend out the C7 color. And then to finish off the panda's body, I bring in some of the C3, the lighter cool gray, and I blend it with the C5 and C7 colors to just kind of blend it all together. I use some of the C3 cool gray on the bottom of the panda's eyes, and then I blend it with some of the C1 cool gray. I color the inside of the panda's ears, his nose, and the tongue with some R11 Pale Cherry. And then I color the panda's face and belly with some number 0 neutral gray. I colored the leaves of the pumpkin with RG17 grass green. And then I color the pumpkin in with some of the YR04 chrome orange and the YR07, the same as I colored in the little pumpkins. I use my white Jelly Roll pen to make little white dots for the eyes, and then I stamp the sentiment Pumpkin Time on the ink blended background with some black ink. I put foam tape on the back of the twisty frame and I adhere it to the ink blended background. I put some foam tape on the back of the panda and all of the pumpkins, and then I adhered them to the front of the card. I decided I wanted to add some sparkle to my card, so I added some gems and sequins from the Creepy Sparklettes pack. And to finish off the card, I adhered the card front to the card base that is cut to 8.5 by 7, and I scored it at 3.5. And that will complete my card for today. I want to thank you for joining me on the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to the Whimsy Stamps channel and their other social media platforms so you don't miss out on any upcoming releases and great inspirational videos. Also, check out their website for the entire new release. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a wonderful day.